Welcome back to the channel, guys. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Today we're talking about expenses in Thailand, budgeting for Thailand. Have you got enough money? How much money do you need when you live here? All these kind of things we're going to talk about in today's video. Let's get going. First thing to talk about would be the relocation expenses. You know, are you going to bring some stuff over here? And I kind of strongly recommend that you don't bring stuff over that you don't need. You know, get so many boxes you want to bring over and then kind of chuck away half of that stuff, because it's guaranteed when you bring it over here you'll be like, why did we bring all this stuff over? We didn't need that. It's going to cost you a lot of money to ship it over. You know, be really ruthless about stuff you bring over, you know, or even, you know, pay to put it in storage if you're just not sure about it for a bit. That would probably be the best option for you guys. You know, just don't bring too much stuff. You can pretty much get anything in Thailand. I know there'll be some sentimental stuff you'll want to bring, and that's inevitable. You can't prevent that, but you know, just really be ruthless. That's all I can say about what you're bringing out here. Because when you ship stuff out here, you know, in a container or something, you're going to have to pay import tax. So you're going to have to pay extra on that. So, you know, it can end up cost you a lot of money. So unless it's really worth bringing over, I wouldn't bother, guys. But you can't leave your wife at home. But luckily, there's no tax on your wife. I'm joking, guys. Right, let's continue. The next would be your flight. You know, your flight over here, so you're going to need only a one-way ticket, hopefully. So one-way ticket over. Flight prices have gone up over the last, few years since the big C. You know, prices have gone up quite a bit. So that's another expense that you're going to have to look at when you come over here. Obviously, everyone's living in different areas, you know, depends how far away you are from Thailand. The next thing to talk about would be the retirement visa. I mean, you need like 800,000 Thai baht in your bank account. Quite a bit of money. If you haven't got that, then you need this 65,000 Thai baht every month coming into your bank account. Something you're going to have every year. You know, you're going to have this money in your bank account, or have this kind of pension coming into your account every month to keep renewing the retirement visa every year. So you got to make sure you've got this money before you come to Thailand, guys. Another thing to think about would be accommodation. You know, when you first arrive in Thailand, you know, you want to live in a condo, a house, an apartment. Pretty much all them three. They normally ask for 2 months deposit and a month's rent. Now, yeah, rent's cheap, but you've basically got to pay 3 months up front. And if you want a house, you know, which I think a lot of you guys are renting houses when you come to Thailand, not condos. So if you think about, you know, how much maybe you're going to pay 20,000 baht a month for your house rent. So that's like 60,000 baht you've suddenly got to find straight away. Okay, you get that deposit back, but it's kind of upfront money you've got to kind of have straight away. That's obviously depending on where you live and how much you pay for rent, but it's going to be 3 times what your first rent will be. 2 months deposit, and that's pretty standard because we rent houses here in Thailand and we charge like 2 months deposit and 1 month rent, and that's normal. I mean, next would be, you know, you hopefully set up with healthcare, you know, in Thailand. I mean, that's going to be your next thing you're going to have to pay per month. I mean, I've gone through that in another video. You know, it costs around about 3,000 baht per month, something like that, for a pretty good policy. But also like things like dentists. People don't always think about, you know, getting your teeth. And unfortunately, when you get a bit older, you know, you can have problems with your teeth. So just check that dental cover is covered on your health insurance. And if it isn't, that's going to be another expense for you, you know, when you're in Thailand. So it's just something else to think about, guys. And I think, you know, however much money you've got to come to Thailand with, the most important thing is have some rainy day money, you know. So we need this kind of money in case something goes wrong, you know. In case it doesn't work out in an apartment and you have to leave quick and then you need to pay in another apartment or something crazy. You know, things do happen in Thailand. I mean, hopefully nothing like that would happen, but it's always good to have some kind of rainy day money when you first come to Thailand. We'll go on now to talk about like expenses when you're actually living in Thailand. I mean, that was all before you come to Thailand, but now let's talk about, you know, cost of living, how much it's going to cost per month to live in Thailand. Let's check this clip out I did a month or two back, out living on $1,000 a month in Thailand. You can definitely live here for $1,000 a month, but there's no way you're living in luxury. That's going to be a pretty meager existence. And it all depends where you live in Thailand. I mean, Bangkok's expensive, Phuket's expensive. There's areas that are more expensive. If you live in the boondocks in the middle of nowhere, then of course it's cheap. Of course you can live on $1,000 a month and probably be fine, I want to live in some kind of decent area and have kind of a good lifestyle there and, join clubs, do things, not just sit at home all day, then, $1,000 a month is not going to cut it, guys, I'll be honest. Of course, it's still cheap compared to the West, but, like anywhere in the world, prices are always going up, and in Thailand, the same. So as you can see, I think that's pretty truthful, to be honest with you guys. I think most of you guys will agree with this on here. Now let's look at probably the real cost of living, what you would need per month living in Thailand. You're going to need to live in Thailand. I mean, everyone says how cheap it is to live in Thailand, but expenses are going up all around the world. Just don't underestimate. That's the main thing. A good budget to come to Thailand, would be somewhere between 60,000 baht to about 100,000 baht in that kind of price bracket. I think 100,000 you can have a fantastic life out here. 60 is okay, you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to live out here on that kind of money and have pretty decent lifestyle. You do hear some cost of living videos where you only need like 30,000 to live in Thailand. Now you can live on this, don't get me wrong, but it's a pretty meager existence at times, so just don't think you're going to have an amazing life out here on that much money. I think that's a pretty fair budget there, guys. Another couple of things maybe you want to think about as well, guys. Factoring in the exchange rate. Some of you guys are on a pension from your own country, and then you're going to have to exchange money, over into a bank account from your bank account in your own country to, over to Thailand. The exchange rate, how much money you're going to lose every month from that. So this is something that, a lot of people don't take into consideration, One month could be more than the other month. So one month you might earn 60,000 and then the next month it might be 58, and it's going to continuously change. So it's just something to be aware of if you're transferring money every month over from your pension in your own country. And another thing people don't think about is things you have to buy. Like recently my phone buggered, so I had to buy a new phone, and check out the price here, guys. Just bought an iPhone 15 today, not to brag, just to let you know the price in Thailand of this. I bought it inside Big C. There's an AIS shop in there. If you don't know Big C, it's like a big supermarket in Thailand. Came with all the accessories, the charger and everything that goes with the iPhone 15. This is a 256 memory, so they are a bit more expensive. This was 32,000 baht. This is February 2024 if you're listening in the future. Okay guys, I hope that helps you out if you're thinking about coming to Thailand to retire. If you want to look for more information on retiring in Thailand and cost of living, check out some of my other videos. I've done lots of more detailed kind of videos about, electricity costs and all other costs associated with living here. So if you need a bit more information, check my channel out and go through some of the old videos on cost of living, guys. Okay, I hope that helps you out if you're coming to Thailand, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.